Welcome to lecture 43rd. So we'll continue again from the last class. So that in the last class we have seen one example on the nodal analysis method using graph theory. Also we have started with the tie-set method, which generally will be used in graph theory to solve the circuit using mesh analysis method. Okay. And there we have seen that what we have to do, that we have to form the tree for the tie set, and the tree is what? Tree is nothing but all the nodes of your graph have to be visited, and you have to visit in such a way that you should not form the loop. Okay. And the branches of the trees are nothing but the tweaks. Okay. And the non-visible edges are called as the links, and then links play an important role in order to form that. What next we have to do? Once I got the trees, once I decided the tweaks and links, then next I have to form the loops, because in mesh analysis generally what we have to do, we have to find it out the loop currents. Okay, so for that we have to form the loops, and when we are forming the loop in such a way that there should be involved only one link. Right? And with this we have written the equation. We have obtained a B matrix that is called as tie-set matrix, and it was B into VE, which was equal to 0, and also we have expressed the element voltages into the loop current, and that was like B transpose into your load current, which is equal to the element currents. Okay, so now with this we will try to use the method, that is the tie-set method, to solve the circuits. Okay, and for that again we will take the same, the kth general branch, which consists of the impedance, which is ZDK, and suppose that branch is also consists of the voltage source VSK, which is in series, and then suppose with that impedance also the current source might have connected, okay, which is in parallel form. So let me make a ISK, and suppose these are my conventions, and this is already my element current, which is flowing like this, and suppose this is node A, and suppose this is one more node B, and suppose this is the voltage drop across these 2 points, okay, which will be, for example, say VEK. Okay, now with this what we have to write? We have to write the equation for that element voltage, which was VEK. Now how can we write? VEK will be equal to now ZEK multiplied with IEK plus the source current which is coming from that, plus VSK. Okay. And then this I will solve it, so it will be ZEK into IEK plus ZEK into ISK plus next is source voltage VSK. Okay, and now let me express in terms of B into VE. Okay, so now what I can obtain from it, this is for one element. Okay, so similarly I can write for all the 6 elements, so it will be like VE1 will be equal to ZE1 IE1 plus ZE1 IS1 plus source voltage VS1. Similarly VE2 will be equal to ZE2 IE2 plus ZE2 IS2 plus VS2. What is it? This is the source voltage if it might be connected in the branch 2. This is the source current which is connected in branch 2. Similarly, this is the impedance. So similarly, you can write for V3, V4, V5, etc. And with this, what we will get it, if we will express it into matrix form, I will get it to one vector which is VE, element voltages, and this will be equal to ZE, that is impedance matrix ZE into one vector, I will get it which will be element currents plus ZE matrix into the current source, that is ISKs, which will be again the vector consists of all the sources if they are connected in that particular branch, plus the column vector of all the sources, voltage sources connected with it. Okay. Now what is our equation? We obtained for this Kaytak tie set, B into V was 0, and B transpose into IL, it was also equal to 0. So let me use this now to solve the circuit. Okay. So for that, let me pre-multiply by B, that is triset matrix, to this equation 1. So this will be like B into VE, which will be B into ZE into RE plus B ZE into IS, all are matrix form, plus B into Vs or VSK, I should not, I will call it as Vs. Okay, it will be Vs, this will be also Vs. Okay, then what we said, B into V is equal to 0, so this will be 0. So from that I'll get it B ZE plus B ZE IS plus B into Vs, and this also I can write as the negative of it. Okay, so which will be B into ZE into IE will be equal to minus B ZE into source current minus B into Vs. Okay, now what again I know BIL is not 0, but BIL is equal to IE. Okay, so now I will use this equation. So this is what IE I can replace as B transpose load current. Okay, so B ZE into B transpose into load currents, which will be equal to minus BE into ZS IS minus B into Vs. Okay, and then this will be my some resultant matrix, let me call Z into IL, which will be equal to minus B into ZE into source current minus B into Vs. And suppose now I would like to obtain all my loop currents IL, so this will be Z inverse of it. So this is my Z inverse into B into ZE IS minus Z inverse into B into Vs. Okay, so with this triset matrix method, we know the loop currents, and once we know the loop currents, we can find the element currents also. It means that I can solve the circuit. Okay, and this Z matrix, I have forgotten to tell, this Z matrix is called as, I can give the name, that is mesh impedance matrix. Okay, so this is basically the triset method which is used to compute the loop current. Okay. Now let us take it the example with one simple circuit. So let us see, this is my network, then one resistor, one more resistor here, then one more resistor here, and say this is connected. Okay, now this is suppose 12 volt, this is 4 ohm, 0.8 ohm, this is 2 ohm, this is plus 10 volt. Okay, now what is next? I have to find out the loop currents, and similarly all the branch currents also. Okay, so for that we have to obtain the graph, and this network basically simple. So to understand it, let us find out what are the nodes. Node will be only this and this. Okay, so this is very simple to draw the graph now. So this is one node, this is second node. Okay, so this will be one edge, this will be second edge. Okay, so this is A, suppose this is O, and let us assume the direction, this is for 2, 1, 2, and this is for 3, like this, or everything will be same. So okay, what I'll do, I'll change in this direction, for example. Okay, this way. Fine. Now what next? Once I know the graph, to draw the tree, so tree will be what? It should visit all the nodes. Okay, so this it, let's it. this is my tree, and it is visited in such a way that there is nothing, no loop has been formed. So these are my links. So let me name A and B. This is 1, this is 2, and this is basically 3. Okay, so this is link 2. Okay, this is link 2, and this is link 3. Now what next I have to do? I have to find the fundamental loops, and fundamental loops will be equal to number of links. So how many links will be? There are 2 links, so there are 2 fundamental loops, and from that I can directly write the B matrix, which will be row wise will be loops. So L2, L3, and what are the columns? Columns will involve all the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now let us fill this thing. Basically, one correction here. There will not be 6 branches. There will be only 3 branches. Okay. Fine. So what is the B matrix now for the loop? This B into B, right? So these are the element voltages. So L2 and L1. So this, if I'll go from this, that is the link voltage. So plus minus is also plus minus. So L2 and L1 are 1. So this is 1, this is 1. Third is 0. For the next loop, which will consist of this, okay, A B name is given. Okay, let it be. So here this will be the direction. Okay, link direction. So positive, negative, positive, negative. So 1 and 3 will be positive. So it is 1, 0, 1. Okay, now I know this. Similarly, find out what is the source column vector. So here nothing is present, no source is present, no source current is present in any of the branch. So this vector will be 0. Similarly, find out what is Vs vector, that is the voltage sources which are connected with the elements. So here in 1, so what is that branch? This is 1 element, right? This is 1, this is 2, and this is third. So in 2 it is present, right? So 1, there is no source voltage present in one branch. In second branch source voltage is present, so which is 12 volt plus 12, and in third branch again the current direction I have taken this, so it is plus and minus, so again it is plus 10. Okay, so with this information I can compute B transpose. So B is ZA matrix B transpose into the load current, okay, which will be IL, and again I need the ZE. Okay, so ZE will be 1, right? So it is in 1, what is it? 0.8. So it will be 0.8, as it is a diagonal matrix. Okay, 0.80. For second branch, what is the resistor? 4 ohm is connected, so 040, and for third branch it is connected the 2 ohm resistance. So this is your ZD. Okay, so this I can solve it. So let us put it B 1 1 0 1 0 1. Then what is ZD matrix? It is 0.8 0 0 0 4 0 0 0 2. Then B transpose. So this will be 1 1 0 1 0 1, and multiplied with the loop currents, which has IL2 and IL3. Okay, so IL2 and IL3. So if you solve, it will be like I got this at 4.8, 0.8, and it is 0.8, and it is 2.8. Okay, now this is equal to what? Minus Bs into minus B into V of S. Okay, so minus this is not written, this is IL2, IL3, and right side minus B into IS. Let's see this equation. Minus B is Z into IS, but IS is 0, so this will vanish. Okay, what is remaining? Minus B into Vs. Okay, so minus B into Vs. So B we know it is 1 1 0, 101 into the source voltage column vector, which is 0, 12, 10. Right. So from that I will get IL2 and IL3 will be equal to multiply by this. So on the right side it will be its inverse. So 4.8, 0.8, 0.8, 2.8, its inverse multiplied the multiplication of this two, which is 12 and 10, which is minus 12 and minus 10 because of this negative sign. And if you solve its inverse, it is the adjoint of this divided by determinant. It is coming out in fraction. I am writing 0.2188 minus 0.0625. This is minus 0.0625 and this is 0.3750. This is 0 basically. Okay, multiplied with this minus 12 with minus 10, and it is coming as minus 2 with minus 3. Okay, so your loop current IL2 is 2 ampere and second loop current IL3 is 3 ampere, minus 3 ampere. Okay, fine. Now this way we can find out the loop currents, okay, with the help of this graph theory approach. And once you know the loop current, you can find out the element current using this equation, which is B transpose into IL, which will be equal to I. Where is that? That is this. Okay, so now you know the loop current, so you can take the B transpose, take the loop current, what you know it, which will be giving you the elements current. Okay, so this way you can find out the mesh currents using tie-set method, which is generally used in the graph theory approach. Okay, now next method is the cut set method. Cut set method. Okay, basically the cut set method is that which divide the graph or the network into two portions. Okay, and when you are dividing the graph or network into two portions, it has to be remembered that it has to involve one and only one tweak. Okay, and once you have done that, you have partitioned it, then what you write the KCL at that particular cut set. Okay, for example, what I want to say, suppose this is our graph, these are my branches, okay, like this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Suppose this is my graph. Okay. Now consider any tree what you want. So suppose tree will be the thing which will visit all the nodes. Suppose this is visited and this is visited. Okay, so this is A, B, C, and what are the links? Links are between A to B. This is O, C to O, and A to C. Okay, so this is my 6. Say for example, this is, okay, let us put it, what is the problem? 4, this is 5th, this is 1, second edge, and this is third edge. Okay, so tweaks are 1, 2 and 5. Okay, so now you make or you partition in such a way that this network partition into two forms in such a way that it will involve one and only one. So what it can be like this. So with this, what I did, I have partitioned into two things, right? And it involves only one twig here, okay? Or other way, what you can do, you can take it this and you can do this partition, okay? Or you select this, you do this partition, which will involve only one and only one twig, okay? Now suppose this is my twig and then apply KCL at this particular, not twig, this is my cut set, okay, which has been divided into two portions and it involves one and only one tweak. Now you write the KCL at this cut set 1. Okay, so what will be the first cut set which we got it? We partition into two portions. So what will be the KCL at this point? So in order to write the KCL equation, so take it to the direction of tweak. Okay, so if it is from left to right positive, so similarly with it bottom to up as positive. Okay, left to right and bottom to up positive. If it would have been top to bottom, then the direction will be right to left, that way. Okay, so now suppose from left to right, what is the direction here? It is, I am considering left to right, so it will be IE1. What about for IE4? Yeah, it is same, from left to right it is moving, and 6 for this, it is moving from right to left, which is opposite to my direction which has been considered. So minus IE6, that will be equal to 0. Okay, this is for one cut set. Now for example, second cut set, what may be the second cut set? This is the thing. This is the second cut set, which will involve only one tweak. Okay, now consider the direction of the tweak, so which is from bottom to top. Okay, so for cuts, this is for cut set 1. Now what will be for cut set 2? For cut set 2, here IE2, so it will be plus IE2, then IE4 left to right, so IE4, okay, which is can be act as a incoming also, then but for IE3 it is going away. Okay, it is from left to right only, so this is also plus IE3. And here what you observe for sixth branch, it is coming from right to left, so I can write it is negative, minus IE6 will be 0. Okay. Now let us draw. Is there any cut set available? Again, yeah, here, because this twig had been cut, this twig had been cut. Now this has not yet cut, so let us do the cut set here. So now this is my cut set 3, and what will be for cut set 3? What will be the KCL? So it is going from right to left, so it will be I5 plus, then plus I6. Consider the tweak direction and then write accordingly. Okay, I5 plus I6, and what about 3? It is negative because it is moving from left to right, so it is minus I3 equal to 0. And then you can express it into matrix form. So row will be cut set 1, cut set 2, cut set 3, and what are the elements will be 6 elements, 4, 5, 6, and say for cut set 1 what it is involved, 1, 4, minus 6, so 1, 4 and minus 6 all are 0. Then for cut set 2 which is involved, 2, 4, 3, minus 6, so 2, 4, 3 and minus 6, and for cut set 3 which involved 3, 5, 6, so it is minus 1, 5 is plus 1, 6 is 1, all are 0. Okay, so this is my one matrix. Multiply with what? The element currents, which will be I1, I2, I3, I4, I5 and I6, and which will be obviously equal to 0. Okay, and then I can write in combined form. Let me call this matrix as cut set matrix, which is represented with the letter Q into IA, that is equal to 0. Okay, and in cut set method generally what we have to do, we have to find out the tweak voltages. Okay, so now let us express the element voltages into tweak voltages. Okay, for that again let me redraw the graph. So these are the nodes, and tree was like this. Okay, and links were this, this, and one more was from here to here. Okay. Then the A, B, C, this is O. Numbered it. This is 1, 2, 3 as a directed graph. This is suppose 4, 5. The same representation which we have taken in here just before. Just the same what we have drawn for Q. Okay. Now, what next? You mention the two voltages. So this is VT1, this is VT2, and this is VT5. These are the two voltages. Okay. Now just express this element voltages into two voltages and all. So suppose if I am writing for VE1. Okay. So what is for VE1? Right here. So VE1 will be simply two voltage VT1 finish. For VE2 again second is also tweaked, so it will be VT2. What will be for VE3? This element, this is not V voltage. Now I have to express this VE3 into 2 voltage. So you can start from VT5 or VT2 also. You can start from here. Okay. VC also, let me go from O to C. So this will be VT2 minus VT5. Okay, your choice. But the direction of that we assume that the primary direction. According to that direction, you write the equations. Okay. Now for VE4. So VE4 from V between VA to B. So what I'll do, I'll go from VT1 to VT2. Okay. So VE4 will be VT1 plus VT2. Then for VT5, VE5 it is simply 2 voltage, so it will be VT5. Okay. Then VE6 will be VE6 will be nice way. Okay. So to write for VE6, so how to express in terms of the node voltages, 2 voltages. Now it will be going from here like this. Okay. So VT5 minus VT2 minus VT1. Okay. So which will be VT5 minus VT1 minus VT2. Okay. And with this now element voltages has been expressed into the two voltages, and this will be the matrix representation like this: V1, V2, V3, VE4, VE5, VE6, and the elements will be, first let us write in the variables, which will be VT1, VT2 and VT5. Okay, so this will be now tweak voltages, tweak 1, tweak 2, tweak 3, means tweak 2, tweak 5. These are the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so let us fill it. VE1 is simply VT1, all are 0. VT2 is also VT2, so 0, 1, 0. Third is VT2 and VT5, so VT2 and VT5 with negative sign, 1 minus 1. Fourth is T1 plus T2, so 1, 1, fifth is 0. Fifth is VT5, so 0, 0, 1. Sixth is all are minus, no, not all, 1 and 2 are minus, plus is 5, minus 1 plus 5. Okay. So you observe this will be basically the transpose of what the Q matrix you have been obtained. Okay. So 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1 minus 1, you can check it out here. Okay. 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, here 1, 0, 0, this is 0, 1, 0. Okay, or let me write your matrix here. So it is 1, 0, 0, 1, 0 minus 1, 0, 1. Okay. What is second row? 0, 1, 1. 0, 1, 1. 0, 0 minus 1. 0, 0 minus 1. And what about third? Was 0 0 minus 1 0 1 1. Okay. So if you see, this is 1 0 0, this is 0 1 0. Okay. This is, if you take the transpose, okay, for this, so 1 0 0, this is 0 1 0, this is 0 1 minus 1 1 0 0, 0 0 1 minus 1 minus 1 and plus 1. Okay, so this way you can think of, that is Q will be Q transpose. You write this such a way that Q will be equal to Q transpose. Okay. Okay, so now we got this Q will be equal to Q transpose, right? Here it basically it was 1. Yeah. So now I got Q is equal to Q transpose, and this is basically the cut set matrix. Okay. So from here also I can write one more equation, that is VE will be equal to Q transpose into P voltages. Okay. That is VT. Okay. Now let us see how this can be used to solve the circuit. So my two equations will be, one equation is Q into IE, where Q into IE will be equal to 0, and second equation will be Q transpose into P voltages, which will be equal to element voltages. Okay. Now we will use the same technique, that is VEK for one particular kth branch, which will be IK plus ISK into ZEK plus VSK. That already we did it, but let me rewrite it again. That is ZEK source voltage, which is VSK, and in parallel with it is this direction we have taken ISK. Okay, this is VSK and this is overall VEK. Okay, so now if you write for all the elements, what it will, you will get it the matrix form. But before that, what I am observing, Q into I. So let me write for I. So VEK will be equal to IK into ZEK plus ZEK into ISK plus VSK, and then VEK is ZEK IK plus ZEK ISK plus VSK, and from that I will write for IK ZEK will be equal to VEK minus next ZEK ISK minus VSK, and then divide by ZEK. So you are simply IK will be equal to YEK, ZEK by ZEK will be 1 minus ISK, and 1 over ZEK is again YEK into VSK. Okay, and then multiply by Q to this equation, because if you write for I1, I2, I3, you will get it in matrix form. Okay, so this let me write in matrix form. Otherwise, IE will be equal to YE minus IS minus YE into VS source voltages. Pre-multiply by Q, so it will be Q into IE will be equal to Q into YE minus Q into IS minus Q into YE into source voltages, what source voltage or column for the source voltages. Okay, and now you look at here, we know that the Q transpose into PE, that is not V, this T voltage is equal to what? Equal to VE. Okay, and for that we will do some resubstitution here. So Q into I is 0. Okay, because we know that, and which will be equal to now QI minus QIS minus QY equal to VS. So this again, if I substitute Q into I equal to 0, so this will be, is there something wrong? VEK, this is VEK. Okay, and YEK. here, yeah, I have forgotten to write one more variable, so it will be YE into VE, filament voltages. Okay. So let me rewrite it again. So it will be IE, which will be equal to or let me rewrite from Q into I is equal to Q into YE into VE minus Q into YS minus Q into YE into source voltage V, and this is 0. So if you put it Q into I is equal to 0, I can write as this will be equal to Q into YE into VE, which will be equal to Q into IS plus Q into YE into Vs. Okay, and now VE, we know Q transpose into P voltages will be equal to V, so that I will substitute here Q YE into Q transpose into P voltages, which will be equal to Q IS plus Q into YE into Vs. Fine, and then this will be my one more matrix, okay, that I can call cut set matrix or what else, and from that P voltages I can obtain as Q YE Q transpose its inverse into Q IS this thing plus Q YE into V. That way also you can do it. Okay, so with this you can use this method to compute the T voltages, and once you know the T voltages you will be able to know what are the element voltages, and once you know the element voltages you know if you want the currents. Okay, so this is the way to find out the T voltages using the cut set method, or basically this is the cut set method to solve the circuit. Okay, let us take it one example quickly to illustrate this method. So suppose this is like this. There is a voltage source and connected with 1 ohm resistor. In parallel with it one more resistor here. Here one more resistor with voltage source. This is all common. And here one more resistor with, let us put the numbers with numbers. So 8 volt. So this is 2 ohm. This is 2 ohm. This example is already available in YouTube's. So 5 ohm plus minus 10 volt, and this is 1 ohm. This is 4 ohm, and this is 4 ampere. Okay, so this is A, B, and C, and this is my node O. So draw the graph of it. So if you draw the graph, what will be the graph? To draw the graph, I need the nodes, so all the nodes join it. Okay, so this is the graph here also, and one more branch like this, and let us name it A, B, C. Oh, C, this is O. Okay, then name it. This is suppose 1, this is say 2, this is say 3, this is 4, this is 5, and this is 6. Now you can name it anything you want. Okay, so basically what is it? This is 1, this is 2, here you put it, this is 3, okay, this is 4, this is 5, and this is 6. Okay, now you choose any tree. Okay, so suppose I'll choose the tree like this now, where all the nodes should be visited. So suppose I will choose the tree this way. Okay, this is one twig, second twig, and this is third twig. Okay, and then I will draw the links. This is one link, second link, and one more link. So here also number of twigs will be equal to number of twigs will be equal to n minus 1. Okay, and the size of Q matrix will be also number of cut sets into number of cut sets into E, that is number of branches. Okay, so 1, this is 6, this is 5th, whose direction is like this, and 4th, whose direction is like this. What we have considered it. Okay, now once I know this tree, there may be different forms. Okay, now then find the Q matrix, and for that I need the cut sets, and you know the number of cut sets will be equal to the number of picks. If I'm dividing it into two portions, then while dividing it should involve one and only one tweak. So this is my one tweak. Okay, so this is my cut set 1. Then like this I cannot do because it will involve two these things, two tweaks. So this is best ways. This is my second cut set. Okay, and this is, let's say, second cut set. And what about third cut set? Will be this will be third cut set, which will be CS3. Okay, and then find the Q matrix now. So for Q matrix, what it will be the row wise, it will be cut set 1, cut set 2, cut set 3, and column involved all the branches 5, 6. Okay, so suppose this from cut set 1, what I'll get it, the directions will be the two directions, so from left to right, so it is 1. Then for IE5 it is 1, and IE6 also 1. Okay, so the directions are same here. Okay, so for cut set 2, what is the direction? It is from top to bottom, so 2 is 1. Then what about 5? 5 is also similar, top to bottom, so it is 1. Then 4 is basically reversing it, right to left. Okay, so 4 is negative. What about 6? 6 is from left to right. Okay, so now it is 6 is 1, and all will be 0, that is 1 and third is 0. Then for cut set 3, the direction is from bottom to top, from left to right, so 3 is 1. 4 is opposite, okay, so 4 is minus 1, and 6 is in favor of 3, so it is 1. All are 0. Now once I know Q, I can obtain Q transpose. So Q transpose, again no need to write equations and all. So it will be now Q transpose will be 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 minus 1 minus 1 1 1 0, and again one more row, it will be 1 1 1. Okay, again what I need the matrix, admittance matrix Y, so which will be, for 1 it is 1 by 2. Okay, so for 1 it is 1 by 2, for 2 is 1 by 4, so for 1 it is 1 by 2, all are 0. For 2 it is 1 by 4, all are 0. Where is third? Third is on this side, so third is 1, third is 1, fourth is 0.5, fifth is 2, and sixth is 5. Okay, so third is 1, fourth is 0.5, third is 1. Okay, for third is 1, fourth branch it is 0.5, so it will be 1.55. So it's admittance. Okay, so it is 1 by 0.5. Then again what next? For fifth it is 2. Okay, so for fifth it is 2 ohm resistor, so it is 1 by 2, and for sixth it is 5 ohm, so it is 1 by 5 as the admittance. Okay, now everything I will substitute here. Oh, again one thing, that is what is the current source vector. Okay, so let us again go to circuit. So here in which branch current sources are connected in parallel with the element? Only branch 2, and you see that this is my second. Okay, so now you can see which we have derived. What should be? It should be opposite, and this should be this way. Element current, if this is the case, then source current direction should be this in order to have positive. But here, this direction and this direction is in favor. So what I will do, I will make it as a reverse. Okay, negative of it. Where at second branch, so it will be 0, -4, and all in all the element there are no current source, all will be 0. Done. Now for source voltage Vs, what is it? For fifth, okay, direction is same. Fifth element and third element voltage sources are there. So third is what? The direction is going from this way, so this is not matching with it. Okay, so it will be -10 for third and +8 for fifth row. Okay, so Vs will be for element 1 there is nothing, for 2 also nothing, but for third we are just seeing this. Okay, for third this there is a voltage source, but the direction which we have considered here is this way, and this is opposing with the polarities which we have been considered, so that's why it was -10, should be -10. Then in fourth there is no voltage source. In now fifth element there is a source, that is this. So direction here we have considered this, and this is matching, so it is +8. Okay, so this is 0, +8, and this is also 0. Okay, now this data I will substitute here in the equation which we have computed, which we have derived it. It was for the cassette method, it is Q transpose. Okay, admittance matrix, sorry, first Q, not Q transpose, Q YE, that is admittance matrix, Q transpose into the vector which is the peak voltage vector VT, and this will be equal to Q into source current IS plus Q into YE into source voltage Vs. Okay, so if you solve this, I'll get it 1.2, 0.5, 0.2, 0.5, 2.75, 2.2, 2, 3.2 into VT. What are the two voltages? 1. What are two voltages? 1, 2, and 3. Okay. VT1, VT2, and VT3, and which will be Q into IS is 0 -40, and QYE into Vs will come out as 4 -10. Okay, and if you solve for two voltages, okay, so that two voltages will be VT1, VT2, VT3, and if you pre-multiply, this will be the inverse of it, which will be 1.2, 0.5, 0.2, 0.5, 2.75, 2.2, then 2, 3.2, its inverse multiplied with the resultant will get 4, 0 -10, and if you solve its inverse and all, your two voltages VT1, VT2, VT3 will be equal to 2.8, 3.4, and -5.4 volts. Okay, and once you know the two voltages, you can obtain the element voltages, and this is what we want. Once you know the element voltages, you can obtain the element currents also. Okay, so this is basically the use of graph theory in circuit theory application to analyze the complex networks, I mean to find out the element voltages. Okay, so with this we stop here. Thank you very much.